Hey guys, welcome back to Stamperia Winter Tales. We are getting near the end. I don't think we're going to finish today. We might, but I don't think so. I have all the inserts, some embellishing. We need to do this layout page, which I had kind of laid out and then I knocked it. And we need to make our chain closure. So we'll see how it goes. We might not finish. I am just about out of white cardstock. I'll show you. I've got the side pocket inserts in. I just cut them and stuck them in. I haven't rounded the corners or done any matting. And then I've got some other things also in to show you. But let's concentrate on this first. So what I've done here, just a quick sort of rough layout to give me an idea what I want to do. I took one of the small cut aparts from the 8x8 and I double matted it on the blue and the white. Now what you might want to do is pick whatever photo you know is going to go here and then work a similar design with the right size for that photo. I know I'm not putting a photo here, so I'm just going with that. I've got some tissue, some of the Tim Holtz collage paper that I ripped and put here, just a few little scraps here, some of the chipboards, and then I had, if you remember from the beginning, I showed you these. So this is one of those. I did paint it. It's almost the same color as when it started, but when they make these, they use a laser to cut them and it burns the edges, and I just wanted to tone down that dark burnt edge. So that's where we're at with this stuff. So let me just move it off. Well, I can kind of leave that because that's going to be, and I can glue these down. I just want to make sure I've got them about where I want them. None of this is set in stone. Again, I am using Stamperia WinterTales, and I am using I have two 8x8s and two 12x12s, and I'm going to use every bit. I already have pretty much used every bit of both 8x8s, and I have used a good chunk of one of the 12x12s, probably maybe half of it, and when I still have quite a bit of matting on tags and things to do, so we may end up going into the other 12x12. We'll see. Alright, so most of this is going to be covered, so I'm not being too fussy about it. No, I'm going to be a little dab of glue because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, hang on. I'm going to be a little fussy about it. Okay, hang on. I may have put that a little farther over than I intended because I panicked over that glue, but it is what it is, and we can make it work. Okay. Now, I think I'm just going to stick a little glue right there. Okay. So then what I have, and I need to tear these. I don't want these neat edges. All right. So we have that piece, and we have this smaller piece. And again, I literally just reached over off camera where you can't see it, my pile of scraps, and just grabbed a couple. And I think those are going to go about there. Maybe a little higher. Let's bring it up a little bit. And oops, just dropped something. Hang on. Okay, well, I'm not sure which one I dropped, but I dropped something. All right. And I think I'm going to end up put that like that. I'm going to put this up a little bit like that. tear this. That about like that. And then I think do I want this one up here? I decide where I want to put that one. Well, I'm not sure. Let's see. I think probably about there. Well, either way, I know I need to tear it, so let me do that. Okay. Maybe something along those lines. I want that to be a little straighter. Okay, here we go. So these are the only things that are going to go under this card. So I think I can go ahead. That there. And I'm just going to kind of leave my thumb on it because I don't want to lose where I was going to put it. I don't know if you can see that, but I put way too much glue on that. Okay. Go. And we're just going to put this one down and beside it. I'm not inking these because I don't want them, I don't actually want these to stand out too much from the background. Going to go like that. All right. So then I'm going to put this one. I feel like this one's too long. I think that's what's bothering me about it. Yeah. Keep dangling the glue over the book. Okay. And then I need to decide exactly how I want this one. I could put it in, maybe. Yeah, I was going to put it more to the outside, but I kind of like it there. Okay, so this one's just going to go right there. Okay. Go now. Then this is going to go down. Yeah, that looks good. Go a little bit there. Just about like that. Yep. If you're just catching on to this project in the middle, there is a cutting guide down below. And you can get that on my blog. It is free, and that may help you out. And of course, just look up the rest of the videos. There'll be a playlist. I always make a playlist for all of my projects so that you can find them. And they're usually named for the paper. So just look for the WinterTales playlist and you'll find this one. Okay, so then we have, now I was originally, my thinking with this, I was going to add glitter to it, but I don't think it needs the glitter, so I'm not going to. So we have that, and we're going to have this. I mean, I think we may add some sparkly stuff, but I'm not going to glitter that. So that's going to go like that. And I'm just wondering if I want to put anything else behind it. I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Just looking at like a scrap, like adding another little something down here. Does that? I think that just takes away from it. Although maybe not. I might add that. But what I really need to do next is put this down and see how it's like curled. It was that way when it came out of the package, so I may need to put a weight on this to let it dry with a weight on it to make sure it stays flat. Let's see. So I just need to put that down. Let's see. It's gonna stick. I don't know. Looks like it is sticking. I might not need to use a weight on it. Okay. And we may go back through with like some little drops or something. I don't know why I'm saying may. I'm sure I'm going to go through and add some little glittery things to it. But that's good. I like that. Okay. So then I think I am going to go ahead and put this piece down. Let me just double check where it should go. Right about where I got it. Okay. So sort of up in there. And then I'm thinking I'm going to put this up here like that. This is going to go down here like that. I still have this sparkly snowflake, but I haven't figured out where to put it. I think I want to put it maybe sticking out down here. That'll help give this balance, like physical balance. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Because it'll be raised up to match that. All right, so let me put this down. I think that's about where I wanted it, right? Yep, that's good. Okay, there's that. Let me go ahead. I'm not going to ink this a lot because I haven't inked anything else. I'm just sort of going around the edge to even out the color. Okay, there we go. Good. Yep. Okay, see that? I'm just noticing I have the bird here and the bird here. Probably shouldn't have done that. However, I think it's too late. I don't really, that's the thing I want to use. I'm going to do it anyway. Everything's got the bird on it. And I've got this little, I mean, that's kind of nice. But I really want to use the bird. So I'm going to. And I used the back of that card, that little card that's the back, because we've used so many of the motifs that are on the fronts already. So, and the backs are beautiful. All right, I just want to make sure I've got this straight. Glue it down. go. That's good. Okay. And then we need to glue this down, and again I'm just going to run a little ink along the edge of this. It's going to go about there. I'm not going it down yet because I'm just thinking if there's anything else that I would want to add. I'm thinking of some of those silver snowflakes like we used on the front of the cover. Let me pinch a couple. What did I do with that stuff? Did I put it away? I know I took it out to show it to you. Here it is. This is this stuff. Cricut glitter vinyl removable glitter. Okay. They used to sell it. I used to be able to get it easily, like everywhere that sold the vinyl. Now I hardly ever see it. I actually mail ordered this from Cricut. Stuff's not the easiest thing in the world to punch, but there we go. There's one. Yeah, I think these are going to look nice. I think that's what it needed. I know I said I was going to add sparkle, but I didn't anticipate this would be the sparkle, but we'll add some other too. Right. Sometimes it gets stuck in the punch like that, but you can get it out. Just need to use tweezers. Okay, there we go. I think I got it all out. All right, let's start with 3. Like maybe one there. We want them on the background. I also have these 2 corner pieces that I'm thinking of using. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to use them on the front or on this inside. I kind of like them here on the inside. Put one there, maybe one there. Here it's tricky because I would have put it underneath this stuff, and I've already glued this stuff down. Would have looked better underneath, but it's too late because I didn't think of it until now. If you think of it, tuck one underneath here so it's just sparkling through. I gotta stand up so I can see. Looking down on it where I want that. Really kind of want it here. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe cut this one and put it right up against so it looks like it's underneath. Okay. You put it underneath so you don't have to cut it. Sorry about my hands. I got white paint all over them when I was painting that little thing. Alright, so I think, let me just double check. Yeah, this one's going to go down here. I'm kind of trying to hide this little bit of this paper that I didn't really want to show, and I ended up gluing it so it did show. Okay, that's good. And then this one, just right there, a little further in. Okay. Just double check. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. It just adds that little bit of sparkle. All right, and then this one, I'm just going to cut sort of right along there. Let's see how that goes. Perfect. It tucks under just enough that you won't be able to tell that if the whole thing's not there. It doesn't even matter if the whole thing's not there. It's fine. I gotta put it a little further over because I don't want it on top of this piece. I would have liked it under that, but I can't manage. So if you can, do. Okay, and I've got these. I think I can glue this down. Nothing else gonna go into that. Dithering. Okay, there we go. Now when you're putting this down, notice this is this little bump that's sort of the center. Well, it is the center. Don't line it up right with the edge of the card. It looks better if it's in a little bit. There we go. These I'm going to wait. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use them, but if I am, I'm going to use E6000 to put them down, and I don't feel like dealing with E6000 right now. I may do it off camera. Oops. All right, let me... That looks nice. Okay. Yeah, see, I have some small ones, and I thought maybe put them on the cover, but I think they detract. So I'm definitely going to use them here, and I'll use the E6000. And again, I'll probably come back with, like I said, some of these little drops or some liquid pearls, or I may even paint spatter it. I may do something else with this. I feel like is it tilted? No, it's fine. I just don't know what yet. So let me show you what I've got. I've got the 4 side pocket inserts cut out of the blue. And I know we used boatloads of this blue. 7 7/8 square. And we'll come back to these. I'll round the corners and I will mat the edge. And then the part that's not matted with pattern paper will get matted eventually with white artisan cardstock. I say eventually because I don't have enough to do it now. And I'm not going to order it right now because I think I mentioned I'm filming this the weekend before Christmas and our mail service is inundated right now. So I'm just not even going to add to the mess. I'll order it later and do it. And then this one underneath this belly band is 7.5 square. And we'll go through and we'll probably mat that one because that's not going to, I will mat the front. The back of it would be matted with white and I'm not, like I said, I don't have enough. So anywhere where I need to mat white, it's just going to have to wait. And then I just tuck some cut aparts in here and then I cut a piece 4.5 by 7. This is how I like to do it, is just go through and put things where they need to be, the right size, and then I'll decide if that's going to be a tag or if it's going to be whatever it's going to be. And then in here, there's another cut apart and a piece 4.5 by 7.5. And when you cut your side pocket inserts, you'll have pieces left over that are big enough to cut these pieces. Nothing needs to be in here. This is the tag that we started, and I still need to do a few little things with this. Of course, we need to add some ribbon and I think some little pearl drops or something to it. But other than that, it's done. Another side pocket insert. This one, right now it's got a cut apart in it. I probably won't leave it there. I'll put it somewhere else. And then it has two 3.5 by 6. If you remember, this little flap is a pocket, so those are in the pocket. I need something for this pocket that I have not cut yet. I still have enough blue left to do. I may actually do 2 or 3 graphic 45 tags in there. And then back here in this belly band, I did a piece, the full width, the 12 by 7, folded it in half to make a little booklet. I'll mat the outside in pattern paper. The inside will get white when I get some white. And then I need to cut a piece to go in here. So those are all the things that I need to mat, and I'll probably mat all those off camera. Let me just check what I've got for tags. I am getting low. I think these are the only of the cream ones that I have. 3 of them. So let's put a couple in here. Like that, and then maybe a blue, something blue behind it. And then maybe another one in here. That would be nice. Or maybe one there. Let me see, just in case I have another one. Okay, I do not have any more of the regular, but I do have some square ones. That's too big for that, isn't it? Maybe. Not too big for that. Maybe I'll put that there. And then nothing there. Won't fit in there because it has to close. I also have some ATC size, but I think those are just too small for this book. This is a big book. So what we could do is tuck one in there. I don't think so though. I think I'll just stick with the 2 regular ones. And this regular one, and maybe a square. That seems like too much. After all, you have to have room for your pictures if you're going to put pictures, but I do need another blue thing for here, and maybe another blue one here. So let me see, what would I want here? Although I kind of like that showing. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. I'll see if I need something for that. And we need to put a chipboard of some kind right here at the bottom, or something at the bottom to stop whatever's in here falling through, unless we put enough that it's just too tight for that. So this, I think maybe the same size as the side pocket inserts, 7 7/8 square. Or do we want to do another one of these folded things? I think I want something taller. Okay, so let's go with let's start with 7 7/8 square. I may need to trim it down, but let's start there. See, it can't go fully in because of this, so I think I need to cut it narrower. Let's cut it 1 inch off one side, so 6 7/8. So I have 7 7/8 by 6 7/8. And I'm pretty sure because I have so many really big mats, actually I'm not pretty sure, I am sure, I'm going to have to cut into the second 12 by 12. So I will have used two 12 by 12s and two 8 by 8s. I know that's a bit of an investment to make, but it is beautiful. The paper. I'm not tooting my own horn. The paper is beautiful. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do, let's choose ribbon for this. I got out, and heaven knows where it's gone, a silvery ribbon. But that was days ago. And I do not know where it's ended up since then, because I've moved so many things. So I've got that ribbon. I also brought over this, which is really pretty. It's a blush pink silk ribbon. If you don't have it, if you can get a seam binding in that color, it'll be similar. And there's white as well, which we might want instead. Because there is pink in here, in the papers. And I haven't used it anywhere else, but of course I have all these other tags that I could use it on, so we'll see. This, I'd rather have 100% silver, but I don't mind that it's gold because there is some goldish color in it. It's a silver gold combined. If I could get it open, I would show it to you. Let me see if I can. This is the Ribbon Boutique. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. That's nice. We're definitely going to be using this. Oh, you know, that would have looked, this would have looked nice in here. Wouldn't it? Too late. But if I had thought of it, I would definitely have added that. Okay. No worries. We have plenty of places to add it. Okay, so we're going to use this, and do we want to use the blush pink? And the white. Well, let's take this off. That would make it easier. Trying to find a place to put it down. I literally have so much stuff around me that I can't even put this down. Okay, there we go. All right, so we know we want this. Turn the end. And it's one-sided, so you want to twist it so that both sides, you know, that it's facing forward. Just trying to decide if it needs another ribbon with it. I don't think it really does. All right, let me grab my attacher. Usually I knot my ribbons through my tags, but this stuff is just a little too thick for that. So, like I said, just put it through, twist it, you know, use whatever ribbon you've got. But if it's stiff like this, I'm just going to use my little Tim Holtz tiny attacher. You can't really see the staple. It's there. There we go. Nice. That looks good. Now, as long as we've got this out, I've got these little white pearly drops. I'm just going to put a couple. I'm going to put one first in a place where it doesn't show very much. Just to see. Doesn't add a lot, but I like it. I think I'll add a little on these. It's already sparkly, but those. And maybe a couple up here. Just where I already have dots in the paper, I'm adding them. It adds a little dimension as well. And I like this better than liquid pearls. I have a hard time with liquid pearls. I always seem to mess them up. But I'm going to get them out anyway. Let's see. I've got a test dummy over here. Let's see. I almost feel like if I really want a snowy effect, I'd be better off splattering white acrylic paint on the whole tag. All right. Yeah, see I never seem to get, I think it's just too thick. I don't get a good dot with it. They're more like blobs. Okay, so I'm not going to use that. Let's see what the silver does. Whoops, well, makes a mess, that's what it does. It does better, but it's not that pretty a color, so I'm not going to use that. I think we'll just stick with, let those dry, and then I may just take some of that white acrylic paint and just splotch it on there. I'm going to let it dry first, the pieces, the ones that I just did. Okay, so these are Nuvo glitter drops. Let's set that aside to dry. And all right, so what I'm going to do is go through and matte everything I can matte. I'll do that off camera. You don't need to watch me matte anymore. You've seen me matte all the way through here. And of course, then at the end, I will, after I've done all that, I'll come back, I'll show you what I've matted, and then we will make the chains to close it. I think, because that's really all we have left to do, right? We might add some more embellishments, but I'll show you that as we go. Until I get everything matted together, I can't tell what I want to do. Like, I'll probably put something here, like this guy, maybe something like that, but I don't really know until I get everything matted. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and I've done some stuff. I'm going to show you what I've done, and then I've also decided to do some other things, which we will do. Alright, so what I did, I want to pull just one of these. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Alright, so I matted. I only had enough white to do one of the side pocket inserts. I'm out of the white. I'll be getting some more, but for now I'm out. But I wanted to do at least one of these so you could see how I did it. And let me grab here. So what I did is I put a strip of the pattern paper that's 1.5 inches wide by 7 5/8 on each side, and then I put a piece of the white on the rest as a photo mat. Now on this side, now I would not do the two sides different. I just did it this way because I only had enough white to do one, so I just did it that way so you could see. I made this piece just a little narrower. It's like 1 1/4. It made a wider gap, and I used that glittery ribbon. Now you could do it that way, you know, different on both sides, but I just wanted to do 2 different sides so you could see your options. And then the others are all like this on one side, and I didn't do the second side because I just didn't have enough white. Get that back in. Okay. And then we didn't do anything here yet. Well, at all. We don't have to. So that's fine. And then here we had this insert. And I've put this paper on the insert. Nothing yet on the back. It'll be white. when I get some white. There we go. And then here, so I just matted this on one side, and again it'll be white on the back. And it's, I think we measured all these before, 7 by 4.5. And I just left the corners on that square. These are just cut aparts from the collection, big ones and small ones. And then this is my square graphic 45 tag that I just matted and put navy on the back. Okay, and then on the inside, this way, I have one of the cut aparts, and then again another, just a plain piece of blue. It'll be white on the back when I get the white. This is 4.5 by 7.5. I've got so much stuff on this desk. This one's a little tricky to get in because of the bottom of the pocket. There we go. There's that. I haven't done any internal embellishing, like adding things. I was thinking of adding something here. I'm just not sure yet. I kind of feel like I'd be gilding the lily to add much of anything else. This doesn't need anything. Here's the tag we did together. And then here I took 2 pieces of the blue that are 6 by 3.5, and I used a corner rounder on the bottoms and a little scallop on the top, and then matted them and put in a grommet. And these will be white on the back. Because I already have the grommet in, I'll have to cut the white, below that point, but that's okay. And this is a pocket, if you remember. So these are sitting in the pocket, and they're the same size, different prints. So those go like that. So we still need ribbons. All the tags need ribbons. And then these 2, navy on the back, and then just matted on the front. And then back here, I've got another tag that I've matted on the front, navy on the back. This is the one that's a little booklet. And I did have to cut into my second 12 by 12 collection to do these bigger ones. And then this one is going to be white on the back, but for now it's not. And then I matted it with this. So that's where we're at. And we still need to make the chain closure. I still have to glue these little corner bits on the inside front cover. But what I'm thinking, because of the size of this book, I have a lot of blue pieces left over that are a halfway decent size that I haven't used yet. And I'm thinking maybe make a few more little tags or inserts or something out of them. So let me set this aside. And let's just see what we want to do. Because I had to cut into that extra 12 by 12 anyway. We might as well use it. And I've got, all kinds of little things. And scraps. I've got all kinds of stuff we haven't used. So hang on while I start looking. I can't remember where I put the scraps in here. And I have I had 2 full packages almost of the navy cardstock. Plus I have all the scraps. I have a lot of the navy left. See, I have all these cut-offs from making other things. And here's some sheets, some scraps. Here's one where I did a tag. I have this whole bit left. That's not really big enough. Here's some scraps. See, all of these would work. I have this really big piece. Maybe we'll make another folded booklet out of that. That's a good idea. Let's do that. And then some smaller. See, these are all really good sort of tag sizes. Or something. All right, let's start. Oh, and I also have those. I don't know if I think I put them away, but I have the ATC sized graphic 45 tags that we could make something with if we wanted to. So let's see, I'm looking at this and thinking, all right, let me get my small cutter. I don't like this cutter, but at least you can see what I'm doing. All right, so let's cut something like 6 6 inches. Maybe not out of that one. Why waste that one? Here's a shorter one. 7 inches, 6.5. Playing it by ear. Let's say 6.5 out of this scrap. And then maybe put a pocket on it. Let's put a pocket on it. Okay, hang on. So here's another one. Actually, I need a piece longer than that if I'm going to put a pocket. So I'll cut that out of this. So that was 6.5. So I need a piece 7.5 by, excuse me, hiccuped. Just going to take an inch off of this. Maybe 3/4. I'm going to take 3/4 off. So I have a piece that is 3 3/8 wide by 7.5. So that'll be a pocket on there. Let me see. We'll do something on the other side as well, but let's get that part down. I think that my scoring tool is here. There it is. Alright, so let's score this. 1/2 inch on each short side and 1 inch on the long side. Go. Just noticing I have some little bits over here that I need to move. Okay. There it is. Ooh, ruler. Okay. Hearing some noises coming from the school down the street, and I'm not sure why, because I know the school's closed. It's a holiday week. It is Tuesday. Christmas is Friday of this week. Today is my birthday, so I am doing what I enjoy doing today. I went out to breakfast with my sister, and now I'm crafting. Go. But anyway, so the schools are closed because it's Christmas week. Maybe they're having an out of school program or something. Alright, I'm just gonna get this nice and flat. Like the bottom of my pockets always to be on the outside and the sides on the inside. Let's just check this for fit. And pretty good. Okay. I'm just peeling back the tape on the sides and putting that down. put it straight, but it's going where it's going. It's sticking out a little at that end because I didn't. Oh, hang on. Let's see if I can lift it up without causing too much damage. No, I can't. Alright, so it is what it is. It's going where it's going. I don't know if you can see, I've just got stuff hanging over at that end and a little bit at this end, so not very neatly done. You guys do yours better. So what I am going to do is just trim off the little bit that's hanging there. I can't trim this or it'll ruin my pocket. Hang on. So it's hanging over a little there, but that's all right. It'll be fine. And I think I want to round the corners, but before I do that, hang on, before I do that, what am I going to put on this side? I wasn't really going to do too much, but since I have this hanging over, maybe do a little something that would hide that. So it's not really necessary. I don't think it's too bad. That's a pocket on that side. We could do another little pocket down here. Why not? If I have something. Let's see what I've got. I have this piece, which is... I could make a pocket out of this if I use 1/4 inch scores, which would be fine. See, this is sticky where I've got it sticking over the edge. That's really bugging me. You know what? I'm gonna fix it. It's driving me crazy. Hang on. Getting out the undo. Because that's just not gonna work. Hang on. If you do not have this in your arsenal, I strongly advise you to get some. If it's not already in my supply list down below, I'll try to remember to add it. Because it really is great when something like this happens and you need to fix it. If you're using glue, it's not going to work, but it does work wonders with score tape. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to let it dry and then try again and do a better job this time. What I'm going to do is just going to refold one of these sides, make it just a little bit smaller. I cut with my scissors. That's that side. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, this is going to be much better. Okay, there we go. And once again, I have a little hanging off the bottom, but that's because I cut that with my scissors before. So I'm just gonna straighten that up. My goodness, make a hash of this. But it just goes to show you do not have to panic if you make a mistake. Just get out the undo and use your scissors, do whatever you have to do to make it work. There we go. Okay, now we've got some. And we don't really need anything on the back because we fixed the front, but we could put some on the back if we wanted. I just don't feel like we need it. All right, so let's mat that. And bring over. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Just putting a few things away here. Okay. Find things that are... I have lots of scraps, but I want to find some that are reasonably close in size to what I need, such as that. That'll certainly work. Let's see, we have this piece. That's the right length. This is a good piece. Oh yeah, okay. So how about if this... I don't really want to use that because this is so pretty. I'd rather use this in a wider spot. Find something narrower. Moving some of my things out of the way here. I think these are too short. Yeah, those are too short. This one's long enough. Kind of boring though. I have these little cut-aparts we can use to put in this pocket that we just made. Oh, here's some narrower ones. Let's see what we've got here. See, that's the same. Well, this one's nice. Got the tree. And more trees. Okay. Let's see. I don't know how much of these trees would actually show. Enough, I think. All right, so maybe put that for the outside. This for the pocket lining, and then I need something wider for the back. There's another cut apart. Okay, so let's get, oh, and I have this, could be the back. Perfect, okay. All right, so for this I need 2 3/4 by 6 1/4. 2 3/4 by 6 1/4. Right. 6 1/4. I want to cut it from this side. Save this piece. 6 1/4 by 2 3/4, which is the right width already. Okay. I cut it too short. Okay, well, I'll find another piece. I don't know what I did, but I cut it too short. I cut it, looks like I cut it 6. Duh. Okay. Make sure I do this one right. Alright. So that's going to go there. Okay. Even that looks a little short. I'm just measuring badly. Actually, it's not. That's fine. That looks good. And then this needs to be as long as I can make it. I think this is just long enough. Okay. All right. Yeah. I can only cut about less than 1/4 of an inch off, I think. Yep. Okay. And the width is 3 7/8. that's going to go in the back. I think it's just a hair too wide. Let's take a little bit off. There we go. All right, so that's going to go there. This is going to go in the pocket, and then I foolishly cut that one piece too short, so now I need another one. Too short. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to use this in the pocket, but I could use it outside the pocket. And then just do another strip of something here. That might be pretty. Yeah, that would be pretty. Let's do that. All right, let's try not to ruin this one. 6.5, I'm gonna cut it. Then I can cut it down if I need to. Rather have it. All right, so 6.5, and I just need a little bit off. I'm so afraid of cutting it too short that I just keep cutting it too long. But I'd rather take a tiny bit off at a time than have it be too short. Perfect. Okay, and then I just need a little something here. And I could use that sparkly ribbon that I've got that I've been using off and on. What do I do with that? It's right here. I saw it when I was sitting down to work. Have I got room for it? Tight fit. Okay, let's glue this down and then we'll see if I've got room for that or if I need something else. Okay. Go. Like that. I need to get a new baby wipe. I think this one's about to see the end of its useful life. And then this one is going to go there like that. That. Make sure I haven't glued the pocket shut. There we go. So we just need a little something there, and actually we can rotate that so it goes like that since we have this design here. Now let's see if this is going to fit. No big deal if it doesn't because we have plenty of scraps we can use. It just barely fits, but let me think. Or I could overlap it a little bit onto the paper that's there. Then it would definitely fit. Why not? It's Christmas. Let's make it glitzy. If you don't like the glitz, just go ahead and use a scrap of paper, some other kind of paper. Just eyeballing that. Of course, I don't know why I'm eyeballing it. That has not proven to be my best bet lately, and it wasn't that time. Cut it too short. Let's try that again. There we go. That's fine. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, as I've been working on this, I've been thinking about it. This is not a sponsored post or a design team project or anything like that. It's just something I'm making because I want to make it. But what I'm thinking I might do, I do have a design team project coming up, and I'm quite liking this project a lot. It's a hair long, isn't it? I may redo this project as my design team project in a 6-inch square size rather than this 8. So keep an eye out, that may show up. Won't use quite so much paper. There we go. Cute. All right. Now, do the back. I don't know why I'm closing my glue. I need to do the back. All right. That's this piece. And I'm going to put it down this way. I don't think there's necessarily a top and a bottom, but that's how I'm going to do it. Actually, apparently the right side of the paper, I'll go by this girl. So apparently this is right side up. Although I'm making this kind of sideways facing, so. Go. That's cute. And then we could tuck little things in it. There are, let me see, I've got a sheet. Let's see, these are the large cut aparts, but I've got a sheet that has the little tags on it. Let's see what I did with that. I might have cut it up. Although I didn't cut it up from my second sheet of 12 by 12. I also have these sayings we might want. Okay, let's see. It's turning into the endless project, but that tends to happen when I do Stamperia projects. All right, let's see. Whoops, there's more cut aparts. I dug out this in case we wanted to stencil something. I don't see that. Oh, here it is. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. These little tags, like they're already tags. They just need to be glued to a backing. In my case, it's going to have to be blue because that's all we got. All right, let me set those aside for a second. All right, so what size do I need for these? And these don't have a back, so 2.5 by 3 5/8. Okay, so I need 3 pieces, 2.5. What did I just say? Literally just say and forget? 3 5/8. More than that, maybe. Hang on. 3. Let me do 2.5 by 3 5/8 and just see what size, like how I like that. Part of the problem with cutting anything on this cutter in the 3-inch range is it falls sort of in this funny area. Definitely need to get a new one. All right, let's use this. So 2.5 wide by 3 5/8, which I think that's 3 5/8. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's cut one of these out. Go. And I'm not cutting the corners till after I get it down. Or maybe I will. No, yeah, I will. I lied. Let's use these scissors. Yeah, that's actually a good size. Okay, it's a miracle. All right, let me glue that down. I just felt like once I'd cut into that second 12 by 12, I was sort of, okay, so now I'm left with either making something quite small using that leftover, whatever I have left of the 12 by 12 after having cut into it, or I could go over the top with this book and just keep going. So, you know, of course I decided to go over the top with this one. There we go. Now you can actually leave these corners square. It looks nice to do that, but I am going to trim mine. Go. And we definitely want a grommet. And I want a silver grommet, I think. There we go. Silver grommet. And oof, where's my crocodile? I want to see if I have a shiny silver one rather than that silver one. Seeing as how we're going sparkly. Is that one shinier? Yeah, that's the one I want. Go. Perfect. All right. So we need, what did I do with that little pocket that we just made? Oh, there it is. I think we're probably going to use all three of those in here, right? Yeah, we can fit all three in. All right, let's do two more of those, and I will speed through that so you don't have to watch me. And I'll be right back. All right, so I'm wondering if I didn't think of it with the first one, but I'm thinking probably I ought to mat these, huh? On the back. All right, let me double check. 2 3/8 by 3.5. Okay, now we need grommets in these two. And back. All right. I need one more shiny silver one, I think, for him, and maybe a white one for the third one. Maybe that's gray. That is not white. Hang on. That's silver. I keep grabbing the wrong ones. And I see a white one in here. I just can't get my hands on it. There, come on. There. Goodness. I think that's a white one. After all that. Yes, that's a white one. Okay. Okay, that's that one. And this one gets the silver one. Okay. 8, and then they each need to have a little ribbon of some sort on them. Now we got to figure out where we're going to put them now that we've made it. Let's see, I think this is already pretty full, although this actually would look pretty cool in there. So that's a thought. I'm thinking in the belly band or in the back pocket is actually where it's going to go. Goes there, but it doesn't show. I think maybe in here, just to add a little something extra. And then it's kind of a surprise when you pull it out. Or do we want to add it to the belly band? Kind of like it there. Let's leave it in the belly band because we have another booklet we're going to make, and we'll put the other booklet in here. All right, let's do the other booklet. So this piece, the leftover, is 7 by the full 12, right? Yeah, 7 by 12. So we're going to score this at 6. Okay. Fold it in half. Just make sure my corners are matching up nicely. Go. All right. And what I am thinking is maybe put some, how did I get so much stuff all over this poor thing? My work surface is a mess. I've got to clean it. All right, let me move a few things so I can tell you what I'm thinking. Okay, so what I'm thinking with this is to maybe sew some pages into it. Yes, let me see what I have. Thinking just some regular, this is a good quality, printer paper. It's fairly heavyweight. So it's not a cheap one. Just trying to figure out what size, because if we fold it in half, actually, if we fold it in half, I think it'll be fine. This one's a little wide, but that's okay. We don't want it hanging out. We can always trim this. Okay. So let's do 3 pieces folded in half to give us 6 pages. Let's do 4 to give us 8. Okay, so we need 4 pieces. And those need to be what size? Height. Let's make them 6 3/4. All right, so I'm going to trim them this way. So they're like, I'm going to cut this way. So they're 6 3/4. Okay, and then what I'm thinking, of course, we're probably going to have to trim the edge again on these. We might want to tear the edges on these. Just want the outer edges, because that looks nice. But they're already kind of short. Let me just fold one. You want to make sure your corners lined up. I know I have some decollage scissors, but I don't know where they are. these get stacked one inside the other. And I'm thinking of getting out my stamps and stamping some of these pages. Okay. Now, once you stack these one inside the other, they're not quite even on this edge. So you have to decide if you want to trim them off or not. I think I'll leave them because we have plenty of room in the book, in the little booklet. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, let me grab some stamps. I have this big flourish. I just feel like when you open that, it's going to be so white. Let me try it with this. Let's see. Because this, I don't care if it's really faint and it doesn't show well. I don't really want it too bold. I just want to have a little something there. Okay, let's see how that works. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. That's all we needed. All right. So now I have navy thread, which I think is what I'll use. It'll show on the inside, but I'd rather have that than have white on the outside. And then this will open. And we will have our book. And we'll probably round our edges, but I'll do that after I do the sewing. Okay, so let's open to the middle. And I am just going to make some little marks. One in the middle. And then one here. And one, I'm just eyeballing these here. So I've got one in the middle and one about a ½ inch in from each edge. Ouch, poked myself. All right. Oh gosh, I put that down ink side down on my work surface. Oh my goodness. This cluttered work area is just making me crazy. I feel like when my space is cluttered, my mind is cluttered, and I make mistakes, and I don't like it. All right, so what we're doing with this thread is I'll cut a nice long piece, and I'm doubling it over so that I have a double length of thread. Double thickness, I should say. All right, now you want to make sure your pages are where you want them, and stick your needle through like that from the middle one, and then out the spine, just like that, and leave a good bit hanging. And you want to come up to the top or down to the bottom, doesn't really matter. And you know what, I'm going to poke a hole through the dot that I made, and through the spine, so I know where to come in. Okay, so then you're going to come in from the outside in the hole you just made. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Then you want to go back in this center hole. Oh, I made a hole in the wrong spot. It's okay. Just be careful when you're doing it. Okay. Then you want to do the same thing here. Make a hole from the inside just so you know where to come in from the outside. Alright, and then you're going to go in from the outside through that hole you just made. Oops. Then we're going to come up here and we're going to go out this hole again. Just like that. And then we're going to go right back in just next to it in a slightly different hole. Just make a slightly different hole. Just like that. Okay. And you want to pull everything snug, but not so tight that you're damaging the paper. And then tie your two ends together. You can do this with 4 holes as well, but for this I think 3 is sufficient. And you can make that into a bow if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and tie it as a knot and then cut it. There we go. And you could do this with a decorative, like a baker's twine or something like that, if you wanted. Okay, there is that. And then, if we want, we can round our corners or we can leave them as is. And then this is a nice place for journaling or kids to draw pictures or whatever you want to do. And if you want, use lined paper, use whatever you want. Okay, now we gotta mat it. And we may want to cut into, since we've cut into the 12 by 12, we may want to do it again and get a nice big piece for the cover. Let's see. Really, it could be anything we like. I like having it say WinterTales because it's a place to write, but I don't want to have like half her head. This part says WinterTales though. Okay, so that's a maybe. Kind of already used a bit of that, and again you run into the bit of ending up with half of something. Okay, I guess that first one it is. Okay. Alright, so that is going to be this one. And I'm going to take this section because I want it to say WinterTales on the front. Although this says it too, but I don't want to end up with half her face. Let's see what we've got to work with. 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. So 5, actually, we could use, well, if I'm going to go to here, because I would need all of that, then we're definitely going to end up, well, we're going to end up with her hair, which is kind of weird, but, and this one, 5 3/4. Yeah, I think it needs to be this one. All right, so let me just double check my size because I don't want to mess it up. I could even go 5 7/8. I'm going to start with 5 7/8, and I'll cut it down if it's too wide. Okay, I could take a hair off, but just a hair. Okay, and then on the height, I want it to be 6 7/8. Yeah, that's nice. And do we want to round the corners of this little book? I feel like I do. Just the outer corners and just 1/4 inch. All right. Sometimes with these books I'll do the middle part too, but on this one we're not going to. Okay, and let's get the back ones. And maybe we'll use this other piece on the back. We'll see. Or maybe not. Okay, make sure I've got the front here. Yep. Now, do we want... Do we want a closure? I think we do, but I can do it after. We'll use, or maybe not. Maybe we'll do it now. Let's do it now. We'll do a ribbon underneath this that we can tie. Okay, let's do that. Is pretty big enough. Okay. I'm just loosely tying it to make sure I have enough ribbon. It's a white seam binding is what I'm using. All right, so let's take a piece of score tape and put it in the middle, right? Eyeballing. Go. And then this piece, gotta go in the back. Go. And you want to pull this nice and taut. Go. All right. Those even? Not very. This one's higher. Is that higher? It is higher. Oh, no, not really. It's fine. It is a little bit. Let's see if I can pull it up and make it more even. Okay. That's better. Okay, now let us, I'm just going to put one more closer to the edge. Okay, now let's glue this down. Just double checking that I'm not doing something backwards. Right. All right, and the back, I think we will use, might as well, huh? The only thing is, if we do it, if I do that, we're kind of going to either have to use just the middle of the paper. I can just barely get her in. Okay, we'll do it. All right, so what did I say I cut this? 6 7/8 by 5 7/8. Perfect. Okay. And let's do 1/4 inch. And then we want to do, definitely want to do the insides as well, because we have all this paper, so let's go for it, right? And maybe we'll do a chipboard or something on the front, or somewhere in relation to this. Yeah, have to be on the front. Oh, I should have put an extra piece of tape there, but that's okay. Perfect. Oh, I really like that. Looking to see, do we have a little something we'd like to stick on the front? I like that bird. I don't know why I'm keeping looking, because he's fine. I think I may just put him right there, huh? Just give a little dimension to it. It'll be all right, I think, going in and out. I don't want him to get caught on stuff, but let me think. Let me put him there. I'm just picturing writing. Like, would he be a problem? Might be. All right, may have to rethink that. All right, let's just leave it as is. Trim. Okay. Cute. Okay. Ugh. Let's bring our book over. All right. And decide where we're going to put this. Kind of has to go in that back section, or it could go here. Actually, it definitely could go here. Oh yeah, I think like that. And maybe put these elsewhere or put these in with it. Nope, I think leave that there, unless I decide it needs to be in the back. And we could add another tag here. Does that make things too busy? Maybe take this out. Put the 2 tags there. Oops. And then put this in here. Okay, and that leaves me one more tag that could go here. Or kind of knock those about. I did that. Hang on. Yeah, see how that keeps moving around? Maybe add a 3rd tag to stop that from happening. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's that. Okay, I think just need to decide what, if anything, because I've been thinking of putting this here, but I feel like it detracts from it. I just don't think I don't think it needs anything. You know, I have all kinds of stuff I could put, but I feel like at this point any more would be too much. So, we just have to make the closure, I think. I'm trying to decide, do I want to mat these? The only thing is they're pretty on both sides. I like to leave a few that are plain. I'm going to leave them for now. And of course I have to wait when I get my white and go back through and finish matting all the places that need the white. But I'm not going to be getting that for a little bit because the post office is just inundated right now with Christmas. Okay, let me pull these. All right, I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to gather the stuff for the closure and we're going to do the closure. Now I'm thinking, because we've done quite a bit here, I'm going to do the closure in a separate video. That way, I actually have a video already on how to make this closure that I did for my Stamperia Forest album, but I'll do it again with this so you can see what I'm using. All right, so that'll be that, and then I'm going to do the closure. Whew. Clean up all this stuff and get out the stuff for the closure. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. We will make the closure. I'll probably post this video, which will be the last video for the actual book, and you know, I'm looking at this spine. When we make the closure, we're going to take a look at this spine because I think it needs something. Maybe we'll play with it. Anyway, next video will be the last one. We're definitely making the closure. We may or may not do something with the spine. See what I feel like, and that'll be that. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all those other things. Comment down below. Those all help the channel and I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.